Guys defensively against Troy and Texas A&M had some issues just with the pace and tempo, and Ole Miss does a lot of the same things. What did you learn from those games that could help you this week?
Well, they do a great job on offense. They do a lot of formations, a lot of plays, fast tempo, and they've got some really good skilled kids, and the offensive line's blocking them really well. So you just try to learn from every game. And I think the kids understand the issues that have been presented this season and are excited about a chance to fix it in a big-time game.
Is this kind of one of those games you have to cede a little control as the coach and say, Cam, you got to get them lined up, or whoever, because it's so quick?
And he does do that. Bernard has learned to do a great job this year, too. Kind of put it in the players' hands, get them lined up, and they got to play.
What changed with your guys after that first quarter with Arkansas? They were doing.
I think they just settled in. That they got into a rhythm of the game, and I think that's been a little bit of the issue this year is just getting used to the pace of each offense. And then once you settle in and you kind of get a feel for the talent level and the pace that the offense is going, kind of settle in and are ready to play.
Do you like the slight personnel change you made in safety? It seemed to work out well, especially once they got settled in the second half against Arkansas.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I think the young safeties are playing good and just developing the depth, and then experienced guys that are unselfish like Corey Broomfield. Whatever's best for the team. He wants us to be successful, wants us to win.
What does a guy like Jay Hughes in that kind
he's
of role
He's playing really well. It's like basically having, when we're in base, 3 corners on the field, and we go to nickel, it's basically having 4 corners on the field. Because Jay's played corner, Corey's played corner, and just having that kind of athletic ability out there is really beneficial, especially for what we're doing.
Speaking of the pace, Ole Miss likes to run it up tempo a little bit. And, what's the biggest challenge there with some of the athletes they have?
Right. Well, I mean, they do a great job spreading the ball around. They're talented at every spot. Just understanding what they're trying to do out of each formation and processing a lot of information really quickly. I think that's one of the things that people have appreciated about Cam over the last couple of years is how much information he can process in a quick amount of time and get ready to play and get everybody else ready to play. So
does that disrupt your substitution patterns? Because you like to play a lot of linebackers.
It does, absolutely. And you see us Saturday. There's a couple of times that we're trying to make a sub. The big fumble that Christian caused. We were trying to sub him out at the last minute before Bernard runs in the game. I grab him, as he's running to the field, and then Christian causes a fumble. I'm like, I'm glad we weren't able to get that sub done, so that was good.
How much different is it coaching in your Egg Bowl the second time around after having experienced it last year?
Yeah, going into it, I had no idea, how big this game was and how big the matchup is and how big the rivalry is. Being in the Georgia Tech rivalry, the Auburn-Alabama rivalry, and a little one that people don't know about, the Western Carolina-Appalachian State rivalry. This is a whole nother level. And, it's exciting to get to play, and now I know what to expect. And going up there to Oxford, I'm excited to, get a first-hand feel of what it's like to be the away team in this rivalry.
In those rivalry games, have you noticed over your coaching career that you've had to kind of temper guys and kind of get them more calmed down and not have to juice them up?
A little bit. Our guys, they know most of the guys on the team. They're friends with them, and it's just like one of those things where you want, you love your friends, and when it's time to play against them, you want to make sure you have bragging rights for the year. So I think, I'm sure their guys feel the same way as our guys do.